I know Wicked is a legendary theater production, but I've actually never seen it. So when I watched the film, the story was completely new to me. I did catch a few connections to The Wizard of Oz, but for the most part, this was like a first impression for me. I also knew the song Popular, but who doesn't, right? Anyway, enough of me rambling. I'm here to review the film, Wicked Part 1. Just to make you aware, there will be spoilers in this review, so keep that in mind if you're sticking around. But I'm so excited to talk about this film, so let's get started. There's been so much hype around this film, and for good reason. It's the film adaptation of one of the highest grossing theater musicals ever, plus the cast is stacked with names like Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, Michelle Yeoh, Jonathan Bailey, and Jeff Goldblum. And it's directed by John M. Chu, who also did Crazy Rich Asians and In the Heights. That's a pretty solid lineup. But I've also seen some chatter about the colors looking washed out and some questionable lighting choices. So let's get started with the visuals of the film. I got to watch this film in IMAX, and overall, I thought the visuals were good. It's not super saturated, which I'm sure some people would have preferred, but certain colors still pop. While I might not totally understand every visual choice made, I know those decisions were intentional. Filmmakers are the pros, and they've put in way more thought into these details than I ever could. I also thought the sets were really beautiful, and I love that they built practical sets for Wicked, just like what was done for The Wizard of Oz. Some of my favorites were the rotating library and the massive field of tulips. There's so much to take in visually that honestly, I'd have to rewatch it multiple times to catch everything. However, the sets really blended well with the special effects and visual effects. I also want to briefly talk about the talking animals. CGI animals can be a hit or miss for me, but in this case, I thought they looked good on film. Overall, I really thought the film was visually stunning. There are so many memorable moments in this film, but let's start off with defying gravity. Even though it's near the end, it was the perfect way to close out part 1. It really is the highest point of tension in this story with such a strong musical number. It was one of the most thrilling parts to me. And even the moments leading up to it, like Madame Morrible being a horrible person and trying to turn everyone against Elphaba and Glinda running to escape the wizard, Madame Morrible, guards, and flying monkeys, when they almost escaped with the hot air balloon, but of course, characters have to endure obstacles. The entire ending sequence is just visually and emotionally stunning. It's one of those moments that could hook anyone watching. Another memorable moment is Wicked's original stars Idina Menzel and Christian Chenoweth make guest appearances. I may not have seen the original musical, but I recognized them immediately. It was such a sweet way to honor the OG Elphaba and Glinda, and the audience in my movie theater, they clapped when they showed up, and again after their song. It was such a feel-good moment. This memorable moment only lasted a second, but seeing Dorothy and her crew heading down the yellow brick road at the beginning was really cool to see. It was such a fun nod, and I loved all of the little connections to The Wizard of Oz, like Elphaba giving the monkeys wings to fly, the wizard, Glinda, and Elphaba choosing the color of the brick road. And maybe I'm wrong, but the lion cub in the cage, could he grow up to be the cowardly lion? Now, let's get into the music of this film. And let me start off by saying, those women can sing. This is no shade to the men at all, but Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, what talents they are. Everyone knows Ariana can sing. She has sold millions of records worldwide and is one of the best-selling artists of all time. She brings Glinda's quirky personality to life, while also serving up her signature amazing vocal ranges and whistle notes. Her talent is undeniable. But I also want to highlight Cynthia Erivo. She might not have the same global pop star status as Ariana, and trust, I am not trying to pit two talented women against each other. I'm just trying to say there's no denying Cynthia's talent either. She already has a Grammy, Tony, and Emmy, and honestly, it's only a matter of time before she wins an Oscar and locks in that EGOT status. People already know she's talented, but a movie of this scale putting her even more in the spotlight, it's really a beautiful thing to see. Since this was my first time really experiencing Wicked, I have to say I love the musical numbers, the singers, and the score. Most of the songs were new to me, but now I'm planning to listen to the soundtrack, both soundtracks actually, so I can really feel the full impact of the music next time I watch. To conclude this review, I personally thought Wicked Part 1 was stellar. I didn't even dive into the takeaways I got from the film yet, but here they are. Fight for what you believe in, even when the odds are stacked against you. Believe in yourself, and there will be people in power like the Wizard or Madame Morrible who manipulate others by creating common enemies to maintain control, even when said enemy doesn't deserve it. It's such a captivating story and is a great expansion of its world if all you've ever known is The Wizard of Oz. I really enjoyed the cast, music, overall message, and visuals. I'm so happy I was able to watch this in IMAX and seeing people show up in their Wicked gear, witch hats, green skin, the whole vibe. It was fun. It's clear how much the original story means to so many people. As someone new to Wicked, I totally get it now. The audience cheering and clapping at the end. If I ever get the chance to attend the stage production, I will definitely try to see it. Also, the wizard has to be Elphaba's biological dad, right? Cause her mom was out there cheating and the wizard's love for green? I don't know, it makes too much sense to me. Maybe they'll confirm it in part 2, or I could be completely wrong. Speaking of part 2, I'm so hyped for it. Thanks so much for tuning into this review. I'm just a girl who loves movies and wants to share my thoughts from both a viewer and a filmmaker perspective. If that sounds like something you're into, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.